Hello, 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 hello. I'm just gonna eat real quick while I'm waiting for everybody to come in. I don't know who's gonna be awake this late, but I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi, Margot. Good, how are you? There's a reason I'm eating on a towel. We'll get there later, but I'm starving, so I just want to quickly have this drink and pizza, and then I'm gonna do this little quick iron-on project. Oh, hi, Chris. Oh, Chris, can you do me a favor, actually? I was just hoping that you're going to pop in here. If you don't mind, Chris, could you just put in the Patreon chat that I'm on live? Is this shaking like crazy, you guys? I got this new tiny, like little teeny tiny phone tripod, and it is shaking like crazy, I think, because it's just a little too tiny. I wanted something smaller. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. I meant to go do that and totally forgot. And as soon as I hit live, I was like, okay, I hope Chris or somebody pops in here that can go run over there and do that real quick, just in the regular chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, Chris. What was I saying? So I want to do this little Nosferatu hoodie that I've got over to the side. Margot, good, waiting for snow. Me too. We were supposed to get a whole lot more than what we've gotten. We've gotten like almost nothing, but with this crazy cold front coming in, hopefully we'll get something. I don't know if you've mentioned where you live, Margot, but I'm up in Massachusetts. Usually we've gotten something by this point. Oh, of course, the second I sit down, now Hydra's at the door. Excuse my little burps. Oh, yeah. Again, thank you, Chris. How do you say your name? Hey, how are you? Semi? Is that how you say it? Can you greet with here? He is friend. Sure, but you gotta help me pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Margot Harper's Ferry WB. What? Oh, West Virginia. You live in West Virginia? God, are you okay? Is everybody you know okay? I don't know if you guys are part of everything that just happened with that hurricane. I cannot remember the name of it for the love of God right now, but I hope you're okay and all your loved ones if you were involved with that. I'm going to let Hydra in real quick, guys, before we start. Okay, coming. She's been outside for hours. It's freezing. We do have that. We have cold temperatures. We just don't have any snow. But yeah, Hydra's been outside for hours, loves the cold, but of course the second, I think it's because she hears me talking, so she must just think somebody is in here with me. I don't know. West Virginia. Actually, my husband grew up in Virginia for a few years of his life, which is quite interesting. Hello. Leg air. Not leg air, you. Semi. I don't know how to say your name. Semih. I don't want to butcher your name. Margot, New Orleans. Harper's Ferry WV. What's New Orleans? What's your 2025 prediction? Oh gosh, 2025. You know what? Shockingly, for some reason, I feel really, really good about 2025. I had an awful last day to 2024, but 2024 has been so bad. So even though I could have taken that as like, oh God, are we going to have another year of hell? I still don't feel that way. I feel like 2025 is going to be my year. I feel like it's going to be really good for a lot of people. I'm excited about it. We'll see. West Virginia. Yeah, isn't that what I said? Chris, do you live near me? We're supposed to get a ½ inch of ice starting tomorrow. Or is that just you? The weather has been absolutely insane. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to change this. Is the camera shaking like crazy, you guys? Because it's gonna drive me nuts. I can see it myself a little bit, but you guys have to let me know. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. I mean, I feel like I've got the label hidden good enough. We'll find out. So, I don't know about you guys. Normally I don't eat a ton of pizza, but when I want it really bad. And I'm quite picky with my Christian Missouri, really. Gosh, and ice is nothing but a pain in the ass. I'd at least want a little bit of snow first, and then maybe that's why I gotta stop putting my elbows on. I'd want at least a little bit of snow first, and then some ice. That way, at least it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, even with just ice, but if you can have that little bit layer of snow, and then everything covered in ice, just all the trees, all the bare branches from winter covered in ice. I absolutely love that. I think that looks so, so pretty. But hopefully everybody's safe and that nobody loses power or anything like that. I'm not very excited for 2025 because first of all, Christmas is going to be 12/25/25 because that I just don't like. That just is weird. Well, why not? 12/25/25. Do you not like that number? I mean, I feel like that could be worse. Mason, love the lashes. Thank you. I am in dire need of a fill at the moment. Chris, agreed, right? It makes it so pretty. That makes me think of being a kid. Like or maybe that's because I have, what is it called? A Christmas Story like lodged in my head. So he wakes up on Christmas morning, everything is snowy, and I think icy too. For some reason, I did not watch that movie this year. But again, I was just not in the Christmas spirit for a long time. And like I was saying, sorry if eating or like mukbangs or anything like that bothers you guys, but I'm starving. Like I was saying, I don't love pizza, and I definitely don't like it at home. But if I can get cheese stuffed crust, that is my absolute favorite. Chef's kiss. I wish I could just eat this part, just the crust, but obviously I'm 32, I can't do that, so I just force the whole thing down. But I would prefer to eat just the cheese sticks if I could. But that makes me curious what the weather is for me here. I mean, not like they know anyway. People say this all the time. I say it all the time. A weather person or weatherman, weatherwoman is the only job you can have that you can consistently be really wrong on. Sorry, the girls are playing. Slightly wrong on, wrong all the time, and still keep your job. Oh, it says it here, major winter storm to deliver heavy snow and ice. I wonder if they're talking about you, though. Hold on. Oh, you guys are too loud. Tell you this all the time. The screaming is so unnecessary, Nova. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I was looking at this yesterday. Ice storm warning. But again, we're right underneath it. It's like right across central, huge portions of the US, but somehow completely missing really New England as a whole. Like, how, dude? It's January. We were really lucky and we got a white Christmas technically. I think it was like maybe an inch and a half of snow on the ground, but I will take it. I was so excited to have technically a white Christmas, and that definitely helped the mood for sure. But I would be happy with some actual snow. But this looks like it might be quite intense for you guys, especially you, Chris. Yeah, we've got absolutely nothing on the radar, just very cold temperatures, lows of like 15 degrees Fahrenheit, and then highs of around 30, which is a bummer. Absolute bummer. So the ground is freezing cold. The horses don't like it. So even like winter activities I could still love and enjoy, it's not great because there's no snow. The horses also need that little bit of padding with the snow versus just super hard ground. Of course, we put boots on and stuff, but still. Derpy, I want that pizza. Dude, it's good. I will say I overcooked it, and half you might hate me for this. People feel so strongly about feta cheese. I'm shocked that I like it. I love feta cheese. So it's just a regular cheese stuffed crust, pepperoni pizza, and then I added feta cheese onto it, but I slightly overcooked it trying to get ready to do this with you guys. Which you can't tell by looking at me trying to get ready. It's more like trying to get this shit ready. But it is hitting the spot. I was super, super hungry. It is good. Margot, did you get a chance to look at your Christmas tree decorating vid? Yeah, I responded to you on Instagram. At the spun glass ornament. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I responded to you already. I looked at it and I'm torn because I specifically hang all of my ornaments so they hang freely and so they spin. And every time I walk by that tree, a whole ton of them swing. So when I'm looking at it, I see what you're saying, but also other ornaments are moving too. Like the timing is a little bit perfect. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think because it was so low, I had just walked by. I don't know. Still haven't decided. But yes, I think I responded to it already on Instagram. No, but you're not coming in here to beg for my pizza. You're not getting it anyway. Mm-hmm. Here's the plan, y'all. I ordered a couple different kinds. I just got these basic hoodie or sweatshirts, not hoodies. There's no hoods. So I got just a plain black one. I don't want to get pizza grease on it. Plain black one. Why does that not look black? Like finding blacks that actually match. You guys have no idea. You see, I wear black all the time. It is so difficult to find blacks that match. Like a nice black pair of jeans or even black leggings with a black sweatshirt. Chances are they're not going to be the same black. But anyways, got a black one and a white one. And I want to make them both into Nosferatu. But I was having issues with my sublimation printer. So I think I'm just going to go super simple with this one. And I was going to kind of leave it up to you guys. So it's solid black you guys just saw. Now the question is, so this is just what my Cricut cut out. You guys are going to have to use your imagination here. This is just what's stuck on. But sorry, this drink is making me burp. But it's glitter lettering, so it's all just a regular Cricut vinyl since, again, I couldn't get my sublimation printer to do what I wanted to because I wanted to use that picture. You guys, I don't know if you guys have seen on my Instagram. I don't know where else I posted it. Probably here on YouTube community, maybe on my Patreon, but I'm obsessed with Nosferatu. I'm obsessed with bald caps. I have so much fun doing them. I did an elf costume as well, but Nosferatu, I got a thing for him. And I got a really good picture of me this year, shockingly, on Halloween in my Nosferatu costume. And I wanted to just block that out, like get that perfect square picture and put that on the center of this sweater. Because in black and white, it looks like one of the original shots of Nosferatu himself. It's so similar. It's funny as hell. And I feel like wearing a sweatshirt of myself as Nosferatu is even funnier. But again, I couldn't get my sublimation printer to do what I wanted. So this is what we're choosing between. Either this black glitter, which I love the idea of because I like the black on black, so it's just barely visible, but it's super, super like rainbow glittery. Again, it's hard to see through this transfer vinyl. You guys will see once I start peeling it off. Because it's a glitter transfer, it's not like you can really easily put a transfer sheet on top of it to peel off. I'm just going to have to peel them and lay them down one by hand because it doesn't stick well anyway. It's not like a normal vinyl. These iron-ons kind of suck. I don't like using them. I prefer sublimation by a long shot, but that's why I did this. I also cut it out in solid white, but I did the easy subli, so the white or for cotton or for darks sublimation paper. And since it's just white, I was like, oh, perfect. Maybe I'll try this where I've already got it cut out. You guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you don't need to mirror it or anything. And I was like, oh, perfect. I'll just use this like vinyl. Do I do the solid white or do I do the black on black? Or do I just wait until, well, I got both anyway. I got the solid white sweatshirt and the same thing. And do I put the picture of myself on that or on both? Because I have two of them. I have one where I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm leaning back like this in the crazy costume. And then I have another picture that I took that's just kind of a shadow outline of myself as Nosferatu. So I was wanting to do both. I wanted to do one picture on one and one on the other. But now I'm like, shit. Should I just do the classic kind of logo of Nosferatu since I found the actual lettering? But do I do the solid black, or I guess it's not solid. Do I do the black glitter on black or the solid white? Because I had found this really cool one on Amazon. White lettering on a black sweatshirt. I thought it looked really, really pretty. Oh God, you guys have to tell me. I don't know. Actually, how did I fix this last time? I think something was going wrong with the chat. And you guys have been talking to me the whole time. And it just doesn't do anything. Can one of you guys say something to see if my chat is doing that again, or if you guys are just being very, very quiet tonight? Although it is only... Shit, sorry for the shaking. There are only a few of you in here. I need to eat this before it gets cold, because if it gets cold, I'm actually not going to. Chris, thank you. Black on black. I think so too. Just something looks nice about that. I agree. I mean, I love black and white, but the subtleness, I think, is the right call. I agree. So anyways, that's why I'm eating on a towel, because I don't have a big enough like heat safe mat where I want to do this iron on top of. So you can just do it on a towel if you want to. That's absolutely fine. Margot, agreed. I think black is the best. Black on black. Oh, you know what? Here. Here's what the lettering is made out of so you can actually see it. This is the black glitter transfer vinyl. So it's super, super sparkly, but it's black. But I feel like that will look really cool in that thin, classic Nosferatu lettering on a black sweater. All right, black glitter it is. I'm glad you guys agree. But I feel like that was pretty creative with the easy subway. That was smart since I didn't have any white transfer or heat transfer vinyl on me. And I didn't feel like running to the store real quick. It would have worked, I think. I'm not super familiar or well versed in easy subway. It depends if it's cotton, 100% cotton, if it's pre-washed. This one, it's like I said, this is just like a nothing sweatshirt, and it's, I don't like heat transfer vinyl. I think it looks cheap and crappy. So chances are I will get another one and do the sublimation the right way. So I'm not too worried about it. But if it was something that I actually was worried about, then yeah, I probably would pre-shrink it if it was that type of fabric, or if I didn't just buy pre-shrunk. But this is just heat transfer vinyl. I'm not too worried about it. Thank you, Parker. I have no idea. I've lost count. Actually, I shouldn't say I've lost count. I don't think I've ever really counted, to be honest with you, but I could probably count real quick. Are we going to count like little ones? Like, I have this awful, awful tattoo. This is the only one that I'd say I regret, because this was a tattoo I got when I was very young, and it was on a boardwalk of Atlantic City, like one of those tattoo shops. So obviously I should not have gone in there and got a tattoo, but sorry, not meaning to flip you guys off, but he blasted the shit out of my finger. Obviously it blew out like crazy. But if we count those little ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 23, 24, and 25. Am I missing any? Maybe around 25, something like that. Oh, 26. Forgot the huge one that's on my chest right here. I'm gonna do a full new updated tattoo tour video soon, but that's gonna be over on my Patreon just because there are so many in like weird places now where I just don't feel super comfortable putting that one on YouTube. So that's gonna be over on my Patreon. But yeah, around 25. I never really kept count. I don't know why, but yeah, I was just never one of those people. But thank you. I appreciate that. I really love a lot of my tattoos. I'm lucky that I've gotten to see and stick with some really, really good artists. Like my hand tattoos are just like objectively, those are effing good. You know what I mean? Like not to like toot my own horn because I'm not even one who did them. But when I look at them, I love my hand tattoos. I love a lot of my tattoos. The one that I have right here is done really well. So I'm super grateful. You don't have to count. Oh, too late. Sorry, Parker. Margot, 2 more, I think. So around 25. Do you have any on your wrist? Because I want to get my inner wrists. Nope. Besides just what's hit right here. Nothing really. I will say wrist is going to be fine. Anything on your arm is absolutely fine. Even down to your hand. Once you start getting to fingers, that's when it kind of does suck a little bit, but it's so small and it's over with so quick, it's literally nothing. Arms, you're absolutely fine. I'd say chest was definitely the worst. Chest, I have this bigger piece right here. That one was pretty brutal. And also for some reason, my upper thigh. I've got a few on my upper thigh area, kind of where it meets my torso, where you're like sitting down. That was pretty rough. So I'd say that area is pretty sensitive. Obviously, it's very soft in there. Your chest and back is the worst. And people that get their skull done, they say that's like you can't even describe it, which I can picture because you're literally, it feels like you're rattling your whole skeletal system. But yeah, chest was by far the worst. I had to like mentally go somewhere else for this one. It was brutal, but I absolutely love all my tattoos. Parker, okay, perfect, thanks. I know you probably don't know, but do you know how much around it may cost for a small one on the inner wrist? Oh, totally depends. It depends on who you go to. So, for example, the artist that I see now that I've been seeing for quite some time, he's done a lot of my work. His name is Shane. Oops, sorry guys. Like I said, I'm gonna have to either return this or just get a different one. But I do like it because it's lower. So when I do these live streams, you can see more. But anyways, totally depends. A lot of artists, like the one I see, they go by an hourly rate. So once your artist kind of gets to a certain point, it's not so much of the size anymore. It's just a flat rate, $200 an hour. That's what he charges. So however long it takes, luckily he is also very, very quick. So he's talented, quick. I'm blessed with that. It could be shop minimum. So if you're doing something really, really small on your wrist and you don't really care who it is, if it doesn't have like a particular style to it because it's quite small, it's probably just going to be shop minimum. But again, depending on where you go, shop minimum could be $200 or shop minimum could be $60. So I'd say anywhere from, if it's a small wrist thing, anywhere from $60 to $200, depending on where you go. And always, always, always remember to tip your tattoo artist. So just a general rule of thumb, tip them $20 for every $100 that the tattoo costs. 20%, just like any other kind of tipping culture. Obviously, you can use your discretion with that. If you feel like they deserve more or less, then that's up to you. But definitely don't forget to tip your tattoo artists, especially if they're new. Like, yeah, they make a lot of money, but shit, they are talented. And they can do stuff that none of us can. Okay, perfect, thanks. Oh, no, that I already read that. Sorry. But yeah, should be pretty cheap. You're welcome. Should be pretty cheap. I've got one coming up. I'm super excited. I don't know if you guys watched the Christmas video with Colleen, us opening our Christmas presents for this year. I just posted that a couple days ago. She had got this little match necklace, and we've been talking about getting these little matchsticks because we call each other twin flames all the time. Stop the whining. It's Nova at the door because I'm eating pizza and talking to you guys. But I've got that scheduled, which I believe is actually the 15th, which I am going to vlog because I was live, I think, already talking about that. And somebody asked or somebody commented. So I'll vlog that day too. But we're going to get little matchsticks. And I think I'm going to get something else done that day too. But we'll see. That I'll keep secret. I might have to get Mackie the Elf and Nosferatu tattoos. Dude, Chris, if you get Mackie the Elf or the Nosferatu, I will effing die. If I had to pick one, well, Chris, do you have a lot of tattoos? If you do you do just black and white or do you do color? Because that's going to dictate which one I would go with. I'm not encouraging you to do this at all. I do not think you should get a tattoo of me. I'm just thinking out loud. Color. Shit. Well, if you do color, then fuck it. Just do the elf. Because at least if you get like this neck piece right here, if you get a very small head, my small little bald head in this like frilly neck piece, you can get that done in color. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I would say, of course, Nosferatu because I'm biased. I love Nos. Almost just spilled the beans right there on something. My artist in WV charges $200 an hour. Yeah, exactly. So it totally depends where you go, who you see, shop minimum, and just particular artists. Crosshairs, all mermaids. All 7 of your tattoos are mermaids. Can you drop pictures in the chat over on Patreon? You should do that. No, I think we were talking about this on a different live too. And again, that's when I was like, shit, I gotta make a Discord or something so we can drop pictures. Nova, you want to just come in here and sit at my feet? All right. Watch out. Sweatshirt bag. No. She's literally up on her hind legs dancing over here, you guys. I cannot believe you have 7 mermaids, Chris. I gotta see it. This is why I didn't allow you in here. She has nails longer than I do, so listening to that pitter-pattering is gonna be annoying. God. I should show you guys the ceiling right here. I'm sure you could guess what happened one day if I did show you. Well, here we go again. What is with people? Here, I'll show this comment. Oh, I don't know if I can approve that. But somebody comment, I'm assuming a child. Are you a man or a girl? I don't know what the deal is. Again, like I often say with like weird, super off comments like that, it has to be children. But whose parents are letting children just go on anybody's YouTube, go on anybody's live, and why do they still have no manners? Like, even if I was a dude, why would you ever say that? You immature little shit. No, you're not getting anything. I don't think I've ever been asked that before, but leave it to YouTube. Okay, you want to say hi? No. He's a little one. Say hi to everybody. I'm going to block you, dude. Don't spam. Super annoying. Okay, bye. You can't have your pitter-pattering. All right, almost done, guys. I gotta finish at least this one piece or I'm not gonna eat anything. Ed, hi, Ed. How are you? Just hanging out, chill Friday night, eating pizza and drinking soda. Okay, you know what? I already talked about this. One, I burnt it. I cooked it a little too long because I was trying to like situate everything I needed because I knew I was going to sit down and try to eat really quick at the beginning of this live. One, I burnt it too long. Two, it's an at-home pizza. Three, leave me alone. The only reason I eat at-home pizza in the first place, I was telling people earlier, is because I like the cheese stuffed crust. And finding a place that does cheese stuffed crust up here, besides like Papa John's and stuff, which I don't really care for, is difficult. And then it's gonna cost me like $60. Like, dude, I don't want to pay $60 for effing pizza when this cheese stuffed crust is the only part that I want anyway. Dude, so annoying. Like, how old are you, bro? Why are old people on YouTube? Who do you think started YouTube? It's all old people. Why are children on YouTube? That's the question. Even wild comments. I know. That's why I try not to say anything, but like I feel bad, but again, it's like, where are these kids' parents? Where are these children's parents? Why do they still have no manners? Like, if they're old enough to be like scrolling on YouTube, they've got to have their own phone. They've got to be at least a certain age. A certain age enough where when I was that age, I still knew left from right and knew I was going to get smacked across the face if I said some shit like that to somebody in person. So I don't think why coming online they think that they can do it. It's super weird. Nor can he spell words. Oh, Chris. There's stop. Yes, I did. I already blocked him. I gave him a chance. I told him not to. Like I said, even though it's kids and they're like wild, I still feel bad. No. No, you haven't seen people in the store. Kids in diapers on the phone, YouTubing, dude. I can't. Or people just that walk through the store holding a phone like this on speakerphone, yelling through the store like there's nobody around them. People have no consideration for anybody anymore, never mind children. And I feel bad. Like, you guys know Colleen is a teacher. She has seen kind of the ups and downs of these children and kind of seen the repercussions of what COVID has caused. And it ain't good, to say the least, you know? No. You can't, too. Yeah, I feel bad for her. But she said, like, she doesn't seem to think it's as bad as what a lot of these teachers that you see online say. Like, I'll see reposts because I'm not on TikTok. I don't like it. But I'll see reposts of like TikTok over on YouTube. And a lot of these teachers that have straight up quit their job or whatever because they just cannot handle either the violence, like crazy violence of the kids, them just having no manners, them thinking that they have like, they don't have to respect their teachers at all. They use their cell phones in class, whatever. Like, dude, these kids are in for a rude awakening when they hit the real world. But will they ever, or will they just live in mom and dad's basement for the rest of their life? I don't know. Shit's getting so fucking expensive out there, probably. Okay. Dude, stop. But, I mean, I'm grateful I don't have kids right now. I wonder all the time if I did have children, would I try to like homeschool them or something? I don't know. And it's strange because when we grew up, it was like the weird thing to do or the unusual thing to do, the not so common thing to do was to homeschool your kids. But so many people, including my sister, are choosing to homeschool their kids. And there's this insane, massive community that she's got of all homeschooled children. It's interesting. Would I do the same? I don't know. Maybe I would let them go for a little bit of time, but if they started acting like some of these kids that I see out there now, ain't doing that. Just not being able to like tell a student that they have to put their phone away or they start like freaking out and throw a fit and call mom and dad, and then mom and dad come in and they're just as combative. Like the stories I hear are horrific. Parents should be monitoring what their kids are doing on the internet. I agree 100%. And so I'm like, all right. So a lot of the time you'll see these wild comments, and again, I blame it on children, but if it's children, they've got to be at a certain age or their kids aren't monitoring them yet, or their parents aren't monitoring them anymore, or they just don't have parents that care, which is even sadder. I don't know. That's why I try to be nice regardless, you know? Sorry, I had to boot Hydra or Nova, excuse me, from crying at the door. You have to, if you want them to know how to read, write, and do math, you have to what? Are you talking about homeschooling or actually going to school? Because it seems like going to school, they ain't learning much except how to misbehave. But if you homeschool, you still have to learn all that stuff. You still have to do everything. You have a set curriculum, pretty much. Yeah, even if you're homeschooled, you still have to learn how to read, write, and do math, all that stuff. Absolutely. You can't just let your kids do nothing. I mean, maybe you can, maybe there's ways around it, but as long as the parents are paying the bills. Margot, I don't know what you mean. As long as they're paying the bills. Or what that's in reference to, you know what I mean? All right, I'm full for now. Let's see if I can make this sweater even enough. Wow, there's only a few of you in here. I had a feeling because I was starting the live so late, but I am quite okay with that. It's been a little bit since I've done a live. No matter what, they still always make me nervous. If there's 100 of you in here, if there's 10 of you in here, if there's however many, I still get just the same nervous. God, I hope I don't get in trouble for this drink. Yeah, you still have to teach your kids if you homeschool, 100%. That's why I would kind of opt for that now, because there's so much shit that's not teaching that's going on in schools right now. At least in the schools that I obviously have like insider knowledge to and things that I see online. But again, if I was to homeschool my kids, I don't know if I would. I don't know. Because that's a full-time job. That is a full-time job. Like I said, would I like let them go to school for a little bit first? And the only reason I say that is just to give them that like social aspect. But again, when so many people are seemingly kind of homeschooling their kids and there's such a huge community, even in places like where I live now, they're not lacking anything. And they're definitely not lacking that social aspect either. And this is what I mean. So because I'm using this like glitter transfer, it's just a pain in the butt to try to use the like clear transfer sheets. So normally you would just stick it on top of all of this lettering. You peel it right off, put it right onto your whatever you're working on, peel that back, and then you're just left with the letters. But because I'm working with clothes and because I'm working with glitter, it's not a thing. So I'm going to have to individually, yes, black on black is definitely the right call. For sure. Can you guys see that okay? That is definitely the right call. Of course, I'll show you when I'm done, but this is going to take me a minute to kind of figure out because I'm going to have to lay it all out, measure everything a million times, which I've got my ruler right here before I can actually iron it to make sure that's not all skewed since I have to do it this way. Well, what? You've been sitting there crying the whole time. What? You little baby. Goodness. You're being left out of, I don't know, some life-changing event in here. Oh, yes, this is gonna look so good, you guys. Speaking of, have any of you guys gone to see Nosferatu? Um, They stopped teaching that in public school. Okay, that's what I thought you meant, but I didn't want to assume because some people can also get super touchy. Like even me just saying, like, would I homeschool my kids? Some people just get pissed about that. And like I said, my best friend's an effing teacher. She understands. Like things are crazy nowadays. And if you want to homeschool your kids, homeschool your kids. Who gives a shit? As long as they're learning what they need to learn and they're having a good quality life, who cares? But agreed, Ed. What they're learning in public school now is I don't even know. Margot, for the internet, shouldn't they have control of what their kids are doing online? 100%. Especially, I mean, but again, it's like at a certain age, I think there needs to be responsibility, but always, always should be monitoring. Like, even when I think back, so I'm 32 years old now, when the internet just kind of started becoming what it is today, the chat rooms we were in, the shit that we were doing as kids, as young girls, it's just I can't even imagine the pressure and just the exposure of what kids see nowadays. It's 2025 and I am horrified. The way little girls dress, like guys, look at how we dressed. If you put a picture up of how I dressed when I was 12 in comparison to girls that are 12 nowadays, it's like, bro, it's just it makes me sad because it makes me feel like these kids aren't really even having a childhood anymore, you know? I mean, you guys can tell me if you think I'm way off base, but, and again, I don't have kids, but it's scary. They should absolutely be monitored. To some extent, I think there's a fine line of being monitored and kind of invading your kid's privacy, you know? I'm not okay with that either, but it just depends on how old your kids are, what exactly they're doing, and I don't know what lines have been crossed before, I guess. I'm not sure. Chris Harris. Oh, yeah, totally. Let's see. Chris Harris. Lily Hayes. Dude, Lily Hayes. Oof. My queen. I love her so much. Which, speaking of, did you watch her live earlier today of her finally getting the $1,000? And actually, speaking of, I was in that live. I don't know if you were in it. And I had to run in. Oh, you guys. So I ended up, I was left with about 41 subadult spiders. So you guys know I breed and raise captive jumping spiders. And this last batch, I was down to 41, and it was just kind of getting difficult and time consuming really to sell them individually because I don't have my page for my jumpers yet. I'm not ready to start shipping them, and I don't want to start doing it while it's dead of winter in Massachusetts. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just wholesale these to a local small business. That way they still go to Massachusetts people, and I'm comfortable with that. I can wholesale them, and then by the time the like 150 spiderlings that just hatched that I have are ready to go, hopefully I'll have my spider website, Facebook, whatever it is that I want to do so I can ship them efficiently. But point is, I sold the remaining 41 jumping spiders today to a local shop, which was super exciting. That's the first time I've ever done that. I was nervous, but they were super, super cool, super nice. It went very, very well. He wasn't trying to screw me over. I was excited. It is kind of it was definitely sad, and I don't like the aspect of not being able to like text them because normally when I meet up with people to sell my jumping spiders, not only will they text me to like ask questions or whatever, but I can text them to just check in and be like, hey, how are the spiders doing? Now I have no idea. I have no idea where all of these jumpers are going to end up, which is a little unsettling, but I'm going to have to get used to it if this is something that I'm going to continue doing anyway. You know what I mean? And as of now, like I said, I've got 150 spiderlings that just came out. They're going to get your head out of there. That's Hydra's fur, bro. Hold on. Girls at 12 years old before didn't have the bodies that 12 girls have now. Oh, dude, that sounds bad. That was poorly worded, Ed. Yes, they do. It's just how they dress. It's a 12-year-old body, no matter what. But these parents are out here letting these 12-year-old girls wear crop tops and short shorts and taking weird TikToks, dancing inappropriately AF. I mean, obviously this is not everybody. It's probably not even the vast majority, obviously. Like my nieces and nephews feel very kind of in line with where we were growing up. They remind me so much of me and my sister, but I guess it's just the shit I see online where it just takes my breath away for a second. I'm like, holy shit, how old are you? Just makes me nervous. It's too much. And it's so crazy. I think I've talked about this before on live too. It's like so much of the internet is not made for kids, but so much of it is definitely targeted for kids. Not only to like trap them, but to just to entertain them. I have to worry about doing this, even though YouTube is literally for adults. We can't be monetized if our content is for kids, but I've got to worry about that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's weird. There are weirdos everywhere. I don't like it. Kids shouldn't be allowed online. Kids sure as shit should not be on TikTok. If that place makes me uncomfortable, there's no way it's okay for kids. It's just weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Maybe I can't talk about this stuff at all because I don't have children. But I do have plenty of nieces and nephews, and I feel like some of it is just kind of common sense. It's like at some point you have to kind of draw a line, and whether or not you have kids, it has nothing to do with just kind of pointing out when something is right or wrong, you know? I don't know. This is gonna look so freaking cool, you guys. I can't wait. I almost just ripped that U, the last effing letter. And again, that's another thing. I can't say what I want to because why? You can't swear because it's not advertiser friendly. But YouTube is not for kids. It's like, bruh. What the heck? Who are you talking to? Random 442. You have to tag or say somebody's name. No one knows who you're talking to. Oh, yes. This is going to look good. All right. Now, the question is, how the F am I going to measure this without... Actually, let's see how wide from underneath each arm. And I will go from there. All right, so we're just above 23 inches, 23 and a half. This is going to be tricky. Let's go. Oh, what a pain in the bum. Even right where I kind of want them to sit. I was hoping it would be an even number, but it is still right above 22. At least it's just a couple notches, so it'll be like 11 and 1. 11 and 1 for center. How many letters do we got here? Here, can you guys even see? Oh, dude, again, we've got another child in here. Hush, little bro. You sound like a dinosaur. Where are your parents? Literally, where are your parents? What are you doing? Be grateful that you're on the internet and that you can say stuff like this at all, but I'm clearly a female. Calling people a little bro is super weird. So is calling people or telling people they sound like a dinosaur. Get off the internet. You're a child. Go outside. Have fun. Do something. Get a life. That's another thing. If I was a kid, I sure as shit wouldn't have been sitting at home on a Friday night on my phone by myself, watching YouTube, trying to talk shit to other people. All right, 22. So we're at 11 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, and this is tricky because our N and O are way bigger than any other letter. Yeah, that's well over an inch. All right, so here's what we're going to do. think, here, I wish you guys could see just a little bit. Hey, Tom. Careful the label on there. Oh, thank you, Margot. I appreciate that. Hi, Tom. I am very, very carefully setting up these letters for a Nosferatu shirt, but because I wanted to do it in black on black, well, kind of everybody in the chat decided it was either going to be black on black or black and white, but I like the black glitter. That's what was chosen. This Nosferatu sweatshirt, because my sublimation printer wasn't working right. Thank God it's not like my other printer and didn't just shit the bed. But sublimation printers are just a pain in the bum anyway. So I just said screw it, and now I'm just doing transfer vinyl. So I'm setting that up now. But because I'm doing glitter, it's a pain in the bum. And I have to hand place each letter, which sucks. But it is going to look good, I can tell already. Sorry, you guys can see the mess that's going on over here, but I want you at least to be able to see a little bit, you know? Let me pull this down just a tiny bit. Look at how good that's going to look, you guys. You can catch the vibe, you know? Just seeing a little bit of that black on black. All right, so we need our E right in the center, and the R and the A is effing connected. I might even be better off doing this one letter at a time. I mean, I could kind of off-center them, like do not super staggered lettering, but I could kind of go up and down a little bit since it is Nosferatu anyway. And a lot of those logos are uneven, but I don't know. Hold on. The spacing from left to right isn't as important as from top to down, for sure. But that I can see pretty damn well with my eye. I'm not worried about measuring that. BW, hey Mac, and community, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, first live of 2025. It feels like forever. Like I said, since the very first time I went live with you guys, every single day that I miss it, it's like I feel like I'm missing something. I could go live with you guys every night. Again, there's only a few of you in here. I think because I started so late, but I had to. Michael, hi Mike. Happy New Year. And random letters look creepy. Yeah, as the name is. Oh, red glitter tears drops on a few letters. That would be cool too. I agree with like the staggering of the letters, especially just that first N, O, and S make a big difference. So first thing we got to do is the E. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do it one effing letter at a time, because it just gets sketchy when you're doing this glitter transfer. It's a pain in the ass. No two ways around it. But hopefully, let me get some clothing chalk. Because then I can at least mark out our baseline here, and then I don't have to remeasure for that a million times in a row. Okay. All right. Oh, and I finally watched Wicked, you guys. I was talking about that the other day. I saw Wicked, but I want to know if any of you guys have gone and seen Nosferatu. All right, I'm going to do this from the top seam, actually, instead, which is right at 6, since this one is uneven. Perfect. I've got a beautiful eye. I told you. But this way, I don't feel so confident. Horizontally, I don't know why I don't feel as good. Red glitter tears. I know. I think that would look good too. Jonathan Mills. Hi. How are you? Welcome to the first live of 2025. Like I said, I feel really effing good about 2025. I don't know why. I know it. 2025 is going to be a really good year. I can feel it in my bones. And I've felt like that for the last, I don't know, month. Even while I felt super not great about like Christmas and stuff, I was looking forward to 2025 because it just, I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. It's weird. I've never like looked forward to a year, but I guess ever even since COVID, it's just been strange. Everything feels strange. Oh, speaking of strange, what do you guys think of all these drones and shit? I mean, they've stopped now, haven't they? My husband is like super into, he's not like a conspiracy theorist, but you bet your ass if anything could be related to like aliens or something, I'm gonna hear about it. Might be. They're definitely, I think they're just like civilians or the government or rich people with nice ass drones. All right. So I can at least mark our baseline. Oh, as long as I don't mess it up. Okay, and that shouldn't go away. So at least I don't have to remeasure that. BW, I'm always glad when the holidays are over. How come, BW? I'm sorry. I know a lot of people don't like the holidays, but I've always absolutely loved them. Just for some reason this year I was in a funk. I think because I was so busy where I didn't get the time to enjoy it and to fully decorate the way I like to and all that stuff. So it just kind of put me in a bad mood when normally I absolutely love the holidays. From Halloween until New Year's, I am usually a very happy camper. But I don't know, this Christmas just kind of sucked, straight up. I don't know how else to put it. It was a bummer. I don't understand why, like, why is this so much harder? And every time it has to do this makes me want to punch a hole in the wall. Why can this nor tinfoil ever just rip correctly the first time, guys? Makes me want to freak out. All right, somehow that E moved. But we've got our little line here. And we know the middle of our E is, what did I say? 11 and 1. Okay. And it doesn't help that these like vinyl pieces all want to kind of pop up. They don't sit flat. Damn, I had that on pretty well, but that still feels hot. Too hot. Yeah, I want that even lower. Drones are from China and, well, that's what I thought at first too, but then all the actual scientists and drone owners that came out, like, guys, we talked about this before, then I was like, oh, God, you're right. Alice Treasures Inc. Happy New Year, Mackenzie. I am primarily a soap maker, but I love working on stained glass, and I appreciate your videos and chats. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Diane. Soap maker. That is always something I've been interested in. Not something like to pursue full-time or anything, but soap making seems really, really fun and like something you can be so creative in, but I've never tried it. Seems really, really cool. Especially nowadays, there is so much information and help out there. I would definitely be interested in learning how to make soap. BW holidays and family drama. I'm sorry, dude. I understand that. It sucks. I got really lucky that my family is not like that. My family is complete opposite of that. They're all super chill. We're all very close. I'm for sure lucky, but I definitely understand, to say the least. I know people that have to deal with that and it sucks, but the holidays are over, so that's good. Kathy, HB, yes, unfortunately I am, because my sublimation printer and my Easy Subli was not working, so I have been reduced to using HTV, which I cannot stand. Margot, label, shit, sorry. Is it when I'm holding it? I mean, I don't know if anything's even gonna happen. Do I care? I don't know. But thank you. Yes, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it either way. Because I don't know. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. Which, that alone is such a random occasion. I don't know why. But I looked at the pizza and then I looked at that in the fridge, which is obviously my husband's. I was like, you know what? screw it. First live of 2025, I'm going to have a soda pop. All right. That's better. A lot of the time I will use like a towel in between, but like I said earlier, because I'm just doing this as like a quick whatever, and I'm probably going to end up redoing it with my sublimation printer, I'm not too worried about it. And this iron has holes in it, so it's like, whatever. How it comes out is how it comes out. If I need to fix it, I need to fix it. Yeah, no, it's working just fine. But I'm shocked that setting was a little too hot. I love it. I've been doing it for about 45 years. Happy to teach you. No way. Do you have a YouTube channel? If you've been doing it for 45 years, you best have a YouTube channel or have some classes on Skillshare. Because if you've got that kind of knowledge, girl, people will pay up for that, you know? And a lot of the time, just like in stained glass, people, I mean, it's different now because the goal for so many younger people is to just be an influencer instead of having an actual talent. So I think that's what pushes a lot of people to come out and learn these crafts and attempt to teaching them. But having people like you and having people that have been in the field for much, much longer is invaluable. So you should definitely be out there teaching. I would be happy to have you teach me. I would love it. I feel like it could be so much fun. Just doing very, very small batches for like me and my family. I would love that. Margot, yes. Okay, noted. Thank you. Tom, tech has not been your friend recently. Bad times, literally. You can always stick a bit of masking tape over the label. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Tom. Yeah, dude. Well, like I said, sublimation printers can just be a pain in the butt sometimes. So it's not like totally shocking at all. It's just annoying. And it's so funny because Colleen had me print something out the other day for her. Where's my masking tape? Every time I'm on live with you guys and I need to quickly find something is when I cannot quickly find something. But I had to print something for Colleen the other day, and I told her, I was like, dude, sublimation printing, it can just be tricky because I have an Epson EcoTank, so I have like a converted printer. It's only ever been used for sublimation, but still, they are finicky. It's not like the ridiculous like $700 sublimation printers. They're finicky. So I printed out the two things for her the other day. They printed flawlessly, and I haven't printed on this thing in like probably a year. And then I go to print my two awesome freaking Nosferatu pictures to just for once in my life make something for myself, and they will not print. Like, bro, they won't print right is the correct term. They just look messed up. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I can't find my masking tape. I'm gonna have to get creative here. Get creative real quick. But one of my printers definitely shit the bed completely. Sublimation printer, that's like whatever. I could go to use it tomorrow, print on it tomorrow, and it'll be absolutely fine. They're just like that. And I think it has something to do with the way the ink is pulled into them as well. Because it seems like when I can give them breaks, it'll print better in between those breaks, but I haven't printed since Colleen, so it's like half the time I can kind of make an educated guess on why it's being a bitch, and the other half, I have no idea. You know what? Let me get a Sharpie. Soda pop. A little bit of soda pop. Sounds like soda pop, huh? Oh my God. Probably should have cut that a little bit smaller. Great. Soda pop. So Colleen broke it. She did, 100%. And I literally was telling her, I'm like, dude, there might be gaps. But luckily, the project she was working on, she's like, oh, it doesn't even matter. And they just printed probably the most flawless sublimation prints I've ever gotten as far as like color accuracy and no gaps or anything. It was just effing perfect. Margot, or not drinking it out of the bottle. Well, I was like, either way, F it, because what's the worst that's going to happen, you know? I do stopped YouTube for several years, have a plan to start again in 2025. I could teach you over video chat, no problem. Hell yeah, dude. You've got to get back on. Like I said, 2025 is the year for so many of us. I can feel it. 2025 is going to be a year of a comeback for so many of us. But I don't like using that word because I didn't go anywhere. It's not a comeback. What's the word I'm looking for? Just a year of growth, a year of financial success, the year of everything success, everything good, not just financially, mentally, all of it. It's gonna be good. I can feel it. Totally legit soda pop. It is. What flavor would it be? Probably Dr. Pep. I don't have a red Sharpie. Oh, can you guys hear my neighbor? He's yelling outside. Not like yelling at somebody, but he just talks loud. But I'm curious if you guys can hear him. Your possibilities. I agree, Margot. I don't know what it is. Followed other avenues. Sometimes you have to do that, you know? And that's why I feel so good about 2025. Because 2024, Tom, my friend Tom in here, he knows very, very well. 2024 and 2023 was kind of like a year of coming to terms with, or trying to come to terms with like the ends of things and trying to figure out a new plan for my new path forward, but still staying in the fields and areas that I want to. Because reality is, I'm a creative person. I've been self-employed for over 7 years now. Me going back to a 9 to 5 is just, it's not going to happen. I'm going to do everything I absolutely can to make sure that that doesn't have to happen. So I've just been kind of really trying to diversify, spread out, and really do this thing. That's why I started Patreon. That's why I have the Amazon storefront now. I'm doing all the things I should have been doing years ago, but I just didn't feel right. I feel bad because I'm not on here to sell you guys stuff, and I still don't feel that way. But I also need to be aware that content creation is not free for me, and I need to get paid somehow. I don't know. But 2025 feels good. It's gonna be a good year. All right, that feels good. Now we have to figure out, am I gonna sit here and measure every single letter, or am I just gonna eyeball gap each of these, especially because R and A are connected together? And do I want to, if I offset anything, it would just be the N and O, I think, because that's what's offset on the logo, if I am not mistaken, for the newest one. Going off screen for a second, guys, because this, I think, will get me in trouble. Because I imagine there's things that, like, people can put in these, obviously. That's not just, like, a normal one. Okay. Nas. Forato. I want to see all of the logos. Oh, so the newer one is not. What is the one I'm thinking of where it's like N-O is dropped? Or is that just literally a specific font as I just held this thing to my face for 10 minutes? Totally forgot. All right, what am I thinking of? There's one. I thought it was the original, but I guess it's not. It must just be a specific font that I saw on like a hoodie or something that I really liked, and it's stuck in my head now. Where I believe the N was above or super, yeah, it was super above, and the O was very dropped. Okay, well, all of this is very easy, but look at how beautiful this lettering is compared to this. Again, if I could have just gotten my freaking, like this one. There's a hoodie like this just on Amazon, just like this. And that's what freaking put this in my head. And I was like, hell no. I'm doing the pictures of myself because I have such good pictures of me looking like Nosferatu. But of course, it didn't work out. All right, so I think we're just going to go flat because R and A is connected. We've already done the E. We'll do the N and O last and see what it looks like if I do it staggered. All right. What's he yelling at 10 p.m. the moon? I have no idea. Probably his dog, actually. Probably Jules. Your possibilities. Really bites. Yeah, for real. 2023, 2024. Because 2020, 21, 22. Ooh, those are like peak of my stained glass. But I also think that was my downfall because my peak of my stained glass also contributed to the crazy burnout I experienced because I pushed myself so freaking hard. So I think that's another thing is been like learning boundaries and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I'm excited. I agree. Too many want something for nothing. Yeah, there are always people who don't want to put in the work. Always people who don't want to put in the work. And people who are now taking space online to just be called an influencer, but they have nothing to actually give, nothing to teach, nothing to influence for. It's like people just want to be online and either look pretty or be loud and obnoxious and have catchy thumbnails, but they're not actually doing it. I don't know. It's like, where are the people with the talent and that actually have something to share, you know? Tommy's yelling for his little kids who are probably sitting in his car smoking something and drinking soda pop in their skimpy clothes. Stop, Margot. Luckily, he only has one son right now, and he's a very sweet little boy. Very, very nice. Very young, though. Actually, but again, like I was saying, it's I don't see that stuff in person. It's stuff that I take that back. It is. Because I see these girls walking down the side of the road, and that's what makes me even more nervous because I remember being 13 years old, and it's horrifying being a 13-year-old girl and having, going through puberty and just some men can be really, really awful. So I feel sorry for them. God, the things my friend would tell me about, because she's worked at a couple different schools, and actually the last school she worked at, obviously I would never say the name of it, but the last school she would worked at, she would tell me what it's like walking up the stairs behind some of these girls, and you can see the full bottom outline of their butt cheeks, and these girls are in high school. We could have done that. There's no way. It was like what was that rule? Like it had to be down to here. I think it was like your middle finger. I'd be effed now with these nails. They'd be like, yeah, no, your pants need to be down to your knees. But I think it was middle finger. Now it's like there's no rules. They can wear tiny little skinny tank top, like spaghetti straps, and have their butt cheeks hanging out their shorts. It's like, God, if they only knew what we know now being older and what regret feels like. Oh, God. All right, that made it easier. But see what I mean? Can you guys see how it like pops up? That's why I do not like heat transfer vinyl. That's what HTV is for anybody that's wondering that hears me or anybody in the chat saying it. It's very rounded because it comes in a super, super tight roll. So even when you unroll it, you put it through a Cricut, if you print on it, whatever, it still bounces up like crazy. And it is just very, very tricky to get it to sit exactly where you want it to. And then by the time you put it under here, you're really taking a gamble. All right, that's looking all right. I'm gonna shoot for the center here now, because there's no holes. I enjoy sharing with people who want to learn. Me too. It's hard to share with someone who expects everything to be handed to them. Yeah, for sure. Or who just wants, yeah, the instant gratification of a pre-made kit or all the answers in a 60-second YouTube short. It's like, bruh, there's a reason I'm not on TikTok. There's a reason I don't like it. Personally, it makes me feel like my brain is freaking melting. Watching and just doom scrolling. I hate this wax paper. It was super, super cheap. I don't remember where I got it, but I needed it in a pinch one day. And it is awful. Yeah, doesn't even matter what side I use. We couldn't wear pants at my junior high school until I was in 9th grade. Couldn't wear pants? Like you had to wear a skirt? No way. Robbie Lake, hi, love your rings. Thank you. Me too. Do you have parchment paper? Yeah, essentially, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, my rings, that's another thing. My rings, my hand tattoos, my nails. But I don't know if you guys have heard me say before that I have a thing for hands. And I think that's why I like jewelry so much, especially rings, obviously. Because I just like to decorate my hands. Same way I like to obviously decorate my body. But my hands, I absolutely love. Even as they age, you know? I mean, I'm only 32, but still, even at 32, I can see the years. And I don't mind. Because I love my hands. I love hands in general, you know? Which sounds weird. That sounds like I'm saying it like it's like a weird fetishy thing, which no kink shaming or anything or fetish, I don't know what you call it, but that's not what I'm insinuating. I just like hands. Tells people's life, you know? Like looking at my mother's hands. I say it all the time because she looks at them and she says like, oh, gross. Or look at how old I am. Look at how old my hands look. And I could not disagree more. They tell a story, you know? And you guys could not even see me and you could look at my hands and you could probably gauge quite a bit for me just looking at my hands. Like I have insane nails. Actually, maybe not though. Because looking at just my nails, like maybe you think, because so many people have so many assumptions about people that wear fingernails, maybe you could make a lot of assumptions, but maybe some would be wrong. I don't know. All right. This is getting easier now. We're almost halfway done. Owls, oh gosh. Owls Treasures, you're gonna have to go back on my channel. So Lord knows what will happen if I start talking about solstice now. Robbie Blake, I have 2 on right hand, sterling silver, I'm 36. Well, welcome, Robbie. That's cool. Yeah, I love jewelry. Yeah. That's my only thing. Like, I don't collect things in life. I feel like, I mean, especially over the last few years, I like really reined in the shopping on like random stuff. I can't tell you the last time I bought myself clothes except for this because I specifically wanted to make a project. But jewelry, that's my vice. Nice jewelry is my vice. But I also have very, very giving family members and husband, you know? They've been married 13 years. Robbie, I love Julie too, very pretty. Thank you. BW, great name. I love vintage resin. I do too, and I used to like vintage a lot more, but now, well, no, I still love vintage, but when it comes to like my rings, I'm very, very specific. Like I have one particular one that's modeled after a vintage ring. Actually, 2 of them, I guess. But as far as actually being vintage, I only have like a couple vintage necklaces that I really don't wear often because they're just, I don't know what it is. Like some of them are just silver, some of them are just a little boring, But a lot of my vintage pieces now are brooches, pins, brooches, all stuff like that. I absolutely love. But I used to love going jewelry shopping, all vintage everything, but now I don't ever change anything. Every ring that I have on my finger, it stays on the same exact finger every single day. My necklaces don't come off, my earrings don't come off. So the only thing that changes is pins. But even that, I don't know the last time I bought a pin. The last pin I got was, again, a fully custom one after the movie Death Becomes Her. Which, again, you guys have probably seen me transform into that character, one of the characters on that movie, anywhere in that movie, excuse me. Goldie Hawn's character on my channel. Okay, why does this look too big? But it's not. Hold on. Al's Treasure, dare I say I'm 65. It's on how you feel. There was somebody in here a second ago, or quite a while ago, calling me old. Telling me I sounded like a dinosaur. I think, again though, I think younger kids, one, they seem to have forgotten that they're just gonna like wake up real soon from now and they're gonna be 30. But two, they think, I mean, I don't remember. When I was 18, I definitely don't feel like I thought like 25 was old. I remember when we were 18, we had friends in our friend group that were like 23, 24, 25. But younger kids nowadays seem to think that 30 is like the end of the world. 40 is old. They have no idea that like this is just the beginning. Like these are your prime years, you know? It's all in how you feel. But I'll tell you what. I'm 32. I wake up every day in back pain. I don't know how I'm going to feel in another 30 years. I don't know if my frail body is going to make it. I put it through hell, you guys. I like to blame it on the gymnastics and cheerleading, but damn, it's like, it cannot be just that. Sometimes I feel like I'm in really rough shape, especially when I start to like getting really sucked into stained glass and in a groove. And if I start cutting a ton of stained glass, my wrists and my hands, it gets crazy. Turquoise. BW, best rings here in pawn stores for sure. Pawn shops or old antique shops. Sometimes I can find some really cool stuff. Like old turquoise. I live in SW. Why am I blanking? What is SW? I blame it on the soda pop. SW cactus. What is SW? That's not a state abbreviation, right? Am I losing my mind? I tried to buy a pin antique, but so very expensive. Oh yeah. Dude, so expensive. And then at that point, you might as well just fully custom make what you want from an actual jeweler. Margot, I have a silver ring of a couple doing the nice. No way. I need to screenshot that. I wonder, Margot, can you send me a picture of that? Can you DM me a picture of that ring on Instagram? I ask because me and Colleen found a ring of that in her father's jewelry box when we were like, I don't know. She was probably 17. I was maybe 16. And I think one day his alarm clock was going off because I remember me and her, we started dancing like idiots to the alarm clock. It had been going off for mad long before we realized. We were dancing to the alarm clock. I don't know why it was going off, but we had to go into his room. He was already gone like golfing or for work or something. We had to go in his room. We ended up finding this ring, and it was a solid silver ring, and it's posable, kind of, or movable, I guess, if I remember correctly. You got to send me a picture of that. I would die if it is the same ring. Crosshair is nice. Robbie, just bought a size 10. Silver honoring the West America ring. Cool. Yeah, you can find Yeah, the best stuff is in antique shops or pawn shops. Pawn shops is really good for jewelry. Is it true the older you get? 100%. 100%. Every single year goes quicker. Every year goes quicker, and it's I heard it the other day. I can never remember it, and I think it's like the weeks don't go by quick, the months go by quick, or something like that. Or the days don't go by fast, the weeks go by fast. Just goes faster and faster. I feel like one day I just woke up and I was 30. I don't feel like it. I still feel like I'm 18. I mean, probably helps that I've been married to the same person and with the same person for so long, and we were a part of that friend group starting when I was like 14 years old, so it just feels like, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, it goes faster and faster and faster, and it is absolutely terrifying. And my mom, I don't know, you guys can tell me how you feel about this. My mom is 62. Is that what you said you were? Or did you say 65? No, I can't find you. My mom's 62, and she said it's scary. This was her exact word. She says it's scary. One day you just wake up and look in the mirror and don't recognize who you are anymore. It's like, oh God, don't say that to me. I'm not afraid of aging. I embrace it. I don't embrace the pain, but I enjoy that actual aging process. Like, I feel like I'm aging like fine wine. I like my life better every year. I like my body better. I like my job. I like what I'm doing. I like everything, you know? But the idea of just waking up one day and looking in the mirror and being like, oh, who the fuck is that? Is horrifying. You can tell me if you agree. To stay healthy, I do hit cardio. I gotta do something besides just my bike rides. Right on. I have a silver and malachite warrior bonnet. Old Pond, cool. When I was in my 20s and 30s, it was like taboo. Then I hit 30. It took me a year to get over it. What are you talking about, Ed? What were we talking about? No, I was in my 20s and 30s. It was like taboo. Then I hit 30. It took me Oh, when I was in my 20s, the 30s was like taboo. I know, I'm trying to remember. I guess maybe 30s. Or I guess being like younger 20s, you think about turning 30 because you're already close in that decade and you're like, shit. But I don't ever remember feeling like these people are old. Oh, Southwest. Okay, thank you. That's why I'm like, is my brain just like, I'm like, that's not a state thing. Oh, there you guys go in my tiny little, I should take you guys off this so you can see it before I end the live stream. Whenever I do this tiny little tripod. Margot, Etsy, search for couples rings. All right. Oh, so it's not old? Because this one must have been... Actually, I remember the story behind it. He got it for his 69th birthday. And what year was he born? It was old. Either way, it was antique. So if it's not antique, it's not the same ring. But I wonder if it was made after it, because like I said, one of my rings is fully custom, but it's made after an antique. I would still be curious, but I'll Etsy it. I want to find a school around here to become a jeweler, but far away, none here in Youngstown, Ohio. I know, I was actually looking into that too, but you can do stuff online, Robbie. I said I age like fine wine, but then I turned to vinegar. Stop. It's when you look down and see you aging hands when did that happen. That's what I was saying. I feel like I can see that now, especially probably because I tan. I can see the aging in my hands and in my body, but I don't mind it. But I think that's because I do like hands so much. This is what I'm worried about. Like waking up one day, looking in the mirror, and then seeing a face that you don't recognize, or like all of a sudden seeing a lot of like wrinkles in new places. I don't know. But again, I've never been a person to care about that shit. But the way my mom said it, I was like, oh, God, that is horrifying. Robbie, if your joints are good, hit insanity videos. Oh, I remember that. Are those like, is that from like the early 2000s or something? That sounds super familiar. I think I know what you're talking about. Put you in the best shape. I feel like 18. Oh, I feel 18. Add a good balsamic vinegar is awesome. Nika, hi, hello. Oh, should your handcrafted soap helps? Actually, handcrafted soap helps with what? Robbie like, yes, I remember that. I totally remember that. That is too funny. I can picture him. God, those were the days. What was that called? Like the time of infomercials and all that stuff. Workout videos, everything. But I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know if I can do that. I've never in my life worked out. I've never had a gym membership. I've never done any of that. I mean, like I said, when I was younger, I grew up like doing cheerleading and gymnastics and stuff like that. But I don't know. When I hit 16 and then became too cool for school, I stopped doing anything athletic until literally a few years ago when I got Hydra and I was forced to go out and do these 5-mile bike rides every day that you guys see me do. It's not by choice. I do not want to do that. Which, by the way, Amy, are you in here, Amy? Amy, I got what you ordered for me for my Amazon wish list. I already put them on my bike tires. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. They look freaking awesome. I got to get the matching pedals now because I absolutely love it. But thank you very, very much. You did not have to do that. Oh, good for your skin. Oh, totally. Because you guys actually put good ingredients in there and there isn't a whole bunch of crap and unnecessary stuff. Robbie, older video, yes, I did this. It's called Insanity Videos. I do, I know what you're talking about. I'll tell you now, it's worth it. You'll be in the best shape of your life, and I'm not paid advertisement. I trust you. I trust you. It's just whether or not I could do it. I mean, I'm fine with like doing yoga and stuff because I love yoga, but besides my, speaking of husky German Shepherd forced 5-mile bike rides a day, I don't know if I can do it. I guess I just need to start. I don't know. I mean, I'm a very determined person. If I said I was going to do something, then I will do it. I've just never had a gym membership or anything like that. So that's the only thing that makes me like apprehensive. Because I just never have actually tried. You know what I mean? Guys, we made the right call. We made the right call. The black on black looks so good. I need to get a haircut. I'm getting hot from my soda. Be right back. Sorry. Should have grabbed it. No. I'm not going outside so you can bother me in 2 seconds. All right. I've been working on mosaic Christmas presents. Ooh, and one of my own projects for the last 6 weeks. Plus it's winter. My hands and nails are shot. I bet they are. Side note, I can't wait for you guys to see what I'm making next. It is a winter piece. And it's going to be so pretty. I will tell you, it is with the... Well, actually, you guys already know, but you guys just don't know the centerpiece. It is using the birch glass geojig, but it is a winter-themed piece. You haven't seen that yet, or seen the actual centerpiece crystal that I got for it, and it's going to be really, really cool. Turbo Doggy will not be denied. Dude, she's been a pain in my butt today. I can't even tell you. And I did. I took her on a nice bike ride today. The whole music. Sorry, guys. I know. I can't help it. I got dogs. I get hot. I get cold. There's only so much I can reach or store in this room ahead of time. Especially, I mean, how long have I been on live? I've already been on here for an hour and 35 minutes with you guys. And it feels like nothing, you know? Look what we've gotten done. I ate 2 pieces of pizza, talked nonstop like normal, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individual letters, individually placed HTV letters ironed on my sweatshirt. But I could do it forever. I love it. I just like talking to you guys, you know? I guess that is nice because my other videos do feel so structured and informational, and I'm so worried about getting as much good information out there for you guys as I can, where it's just a nice break to come on here and be able to actually talk and chat with you guys and kind of just hang out and do whatever I want. What are you doing? You're not? All right. No, you can go outside in a second. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm curious. We'll see when I end the live if I've been demonetized or not. Not like lives make almost anything anyway, but we'll see if my soda pop did me in. I haven't been tanning in a couple days, and since I went today, you can see how red right here and right here got from the tanning bed. Whoopsie. Lisa, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Lisa. How are you? I get bored working out. Dude, same. I'd much rather be doing something. But that's why I try to listen to like podcasts or YouTube videos while I'm riding the bike. I do it very, very lightly, and I got these really cool headphones for Christmas. They just sit outside your ears, so I can even better hear the noise around me, because before I had to keep the volume really, really, really low so I could obviously hear my surroundings, because not only am I on a bike, but I'm attached to a dog. But with these new headphones, I can have the volume louder, but because they're the ones that sit like on top of your ear outside, I can still hear everything around me really, really well. So for like the bike rides and stuff, that's really, really good. I love it. Adam, is there a breed of dog that you wish you could have for your next dog? Any breed of dog that you're partial to? No, I love all dogs. What would I want for my next breed? It's tough. I've thought about it a couple times, but it's still so like fresh in my mind. Adam, I don't know if you're new here, but I lost my other Chihuahua in June that I had for like almost 14 years. So every time I think about getting a new dog, the first and only thing that really pops into my mind is I just wish I could find a Armada replacement. That was her name, Mita Armada. So I haven't really thought too hard about what another breed is, but I do think all the time I want 3 dogs back. It just feels most comfortable that way. I like having my little pack of dogs, but I've been able to get to like, oh, I just want Mita back, or I want a Mita look-alike. But no, I love all dogs. I would love to have a pit bull. I've never had a pit bull, but I love them. Like we've had like family pit bulls. Growing up, we've had lab, husky, hot dog, pit bull. What else do we have? My grandparents always had St. Bernards. Yeah, I love all dogs. Actually, no, I take that back. Okay. I do love them, but there are certain dogs that I would not get. Like, for example, myself, I wouldn't get like, what are those, like poodle, are they poodle lab mixes? Is that what I'm thinking of? Where they're super tall, kind of like lean poodles. No, it's not a poodle in a lab. What is it that I'm thinking of? It is. Labradoodle? Yeah. Like that dog is not my vibe. It just doesn't seem like, could you guys picture me walking down the street with that? No. You know what I mean? Like I like all black dogs. I don't care what size they are, but I don't like curly hair really on dogs either. I don't think they're ugly. They just don't feel like they fit me, you know? I would love another full German Shepherd. I think one more solid black full German Shepherd would be really interesting, just because Hydra has been, obviously, she has so much personality. She's half German Shepherd, half Husky. She's off the walls. She's insane, but in the best way. I love her so much. But it would be interesting to see having my own full German Shepherd, you know? Not just in comparison to, but because I love them. I love German Shepherds. I love pits. I love Chihuahuas, obviously. But yeah, I love all dogs. Just some, I think, fit me more than others. You know what I mean? Um, Sorry, guys. Let me scroll back 1 second. I spy party hat ears. What? What are you talking about, Tom? You're sketching me out. I was thinking about getting some for New Year's. I don't know what you're talking about, Tom. Lisa, how do I mail your Christmas ornament? I made for you a mailing address. It's tough. I used to have a P.O. box, but because I got rid of it, all I've done recently was like Amazon wish list, which I know you can send, but I think it has to still be on Amazon. Lisa, I know you just, do you have my Instagram? Either send me a message on Instagram or email, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'd love to have an ornament from you. Robbie, okay, talking to owls. I miss my Pitbull Dank. Oh, and I don't think anytime soon I'll own a dog, maybe one day. Yeah, Armada's cremated. I got her upstairs in a stained glass box. It's so weird looking at it, right? I remember saying that in the video, like, this is it. This is what you have. This is your dog now. It's the strangest thing ever. 14 years of life just gone into a little box. But yeah, I understand. I didn't think I was going to want to, but I think because I have 2 other dogs, because I had 3, that helped very quickly with the idea of getting a third. I think if I went to none, I would have been more like my best friend Colleen. My best friend Colleen, 1 year before, she lost her dog almost to the day, Kilo, which was a pit bull. And she got her right after I got Armada. So right around that 13, 14 year mark as well. And it took her until about a half a month ago, a few weeks ago, to get her first dog. So it took a good year and a half. But yeah, it took her a while, where now it's like, God, I wish I could get another dog. But my husband's like, maybe chill. Let's do some traveling first. So we'll see. Labradoodles, that's it. Yeah. Is that what I said? I feel like I was close to that. Yeah, Labradoodles, they look like a handful. I think they are a handful. That dog is just not my vibe. What's the brand? I'm in need of new headphones. What is the brand? I can go get them, but you guys are going to have to play the I'm Gone music again. Elevator music? I don't know. All right, so this is the brand, and we've got a couple different kinds, but this is my pair, and I recommend these over the other ones. So I think it's Shokz. It's just SHOKZ, and you can get them at Best Buy. Amazon, I think, carries them, but this is what these ones look like, and they just hook over your ear. But they also make a pair. Well, I have to charge these. They also make another pair that goes around your neck. So when you pop them off, you can literally just pop them off, and then they just hang around your neck, so you don't have to take them on and off. But that's how they sit. And there's buttons on the outside to like control everything, and you can customize those buttons. So like you can go on the app and customize each one to either do volume up, volume down, skip track, whatever you want, which is super, super cool. But again, like I said, because they sit on the outside, I can so very clearly hear everything around me. With that being said, it means they're only good for certain things. So like the sound quality is incredible. I think they sound super good. I love how they feel. And they solved the issue of the ones that, like the actual earbuds that sit inside my ear, they would hurt my ears after a like prolonged period wearing them, especially during the winter. Having a beanie on too, I think it just made it too tight, and then like pushing on my ears with the little earbuds in, it started hurting too much. So this solved that problem. But when I do things like going tanning or whatever, there's so much wind in there, obviously. I just use my normal earbuds. So just be aware. Like if you're going to be somewhere noisy, these ones aren't going to be the best because you have so much, you can hear so much around you. But the sound quality is really good. I highly recommend them. And I like these. For whatever reason, I feel like these ones sound better than the ones that just hang around the neck. Even though they're the same things. They're the same exact headphones. They're just a different style, but I feel like those ones sound so much nicer. I'll show you guys what's on my ceiling. This is what I was talking about before. And I'll see if one of you guys can guess what happened here. Oh God, can you? Oh yeah, there you go. You can see that. It's acrylic paint, I'll tell you that. And that is on my ceiling. See if any of you can guess how that happened. Love the pitties. Me too. Labradoodles, yep. Has Hydra's ears are visible. Walk around behind you. No panic. Hydra, come here. You want to say hi? Get away from that pizza dog. You want to say hi? Dude, I'm 5'4". She's a wolf. And she gets so excited when I do let her do this because I don't let her jump on me because she's so big, but are you going to get out of control now? That's why I'm like, I'm curious to see what it would be to get a full German Shepherd, because having the half husky, the back talking, just the vocalness, she is so incredibly smart. It's just too smart for her own good. But yeah, I'd be curious to see what a full German Shepherd is like. And I want to know if any of you can guess how that happened on my ceiling. Lisa, okay, yeah, just DM me or email me. Margot, thank you. Top fluff bottle. No, but on the right track. I agree, in-ear hurts. Yes, my bows are over the ear and I love them, but they are dying. I have a nice pair of those as well, but even these ones, or not bows, but I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I have these Beats ones, which again, these ones sound awesome. I love how they sound. But again, they freaking hurt my ear. They're so small and tight and they push so hard on my ears, where if you wear it for more than an hour, it freaking kills my ears. And it's like, dude, just doing 1 hour bike ride with the normal in-ear buds, and if I'm wearing a beanie and a helmet, that is killing my ears. And then if I take them out for 10 minutes and then go tanning, it's literally painful. Robbie, hi puppy. They say hi. She's laying down on the ground now. Tom says hi, Hydra. Happened to me with orange paint. Ew. Dude, my nieces and my nephews, they can't stop saying these words. I'm like, God, you guys. Which they are like 9. So I'm just going to guess you're very, very young too. Robbie Blake, I need tight ones working out. These JBL earbuds fell out. They stay pretty well, but the other ones I was talking about, the ones that wrap around your neck as well, I believe those were specifically designed for people in the gym, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, these ones hang on there pretty damn good. Like, they're not coming off. They're hooked in. But like I said, you're going to be able to hear. You're going to be able to hear everything around you. All right, nobody has guessed correctly. Like I said, you're on the right track with the paint on the ceiling. But nobody's guessed it yet. It was dumbass way it happened. It was stupid. I will say that. The reason I let it dry is because I knew if I went to go clean that paint immediately, obviously it was just going to smudge all over the place and make it worse. So I wanted to let it dry and scrape it off the ceiling, but I just have not done that yet. Oh yeah, shit, you guys. Do we want to off-center or stagger the N and the O? No. No, 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 no. N-O, no. Definitely not. No, that's all going to be right. I could have done that. Ugh. I could have done that, I think, if I made the N bigger. But with all the lettering the same size this way, or same height, no, I don't want to stagger that. Thought I did. Look at how many freaking holes are on this iron. Terrible for what I'm doing. Tom, yeah, the neckband over ears are good for staying attached. Yes, agreed, Tom. I think they're like made specifically for that, to stay in place not only while they're on your ears, but having down on your neck as well. Warm soda pop. Yeah, we're almost there. Empty soda pop now, which wasn't too bad. Like I said, I don't drink this. I'm a gin girl. Once in a while, I'll drink the Kraken, which is super random, but that was like my go-to drink in my younger years. I guess 20s. But I just recently started drinking the Kraken again, and I've been happy doing it. But other than that, I'm a gin girl. Beer, I don't do. But like I said, for some reason, I think it was just the pizza. I was like, you know what, F it. I saw it in the fridge. And it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. And I don't feel like overly full, probably because I took so long to drink it. But that's why I normally don't like beer, because I just feel stuffed in not a good way. Oh, sorry. I don't know what just happened, you guys. Good guess, or grabbing using a baggie and squeeze too hard. I'll show you guys exactly what happened in 1 second. All right. So, I don't know if you guys have seen, a lot of the time when I paint on stained glass, I will use these little tiny bottles that have like a needle nose tip. So like if I'm enamel painting on little, very small pieces of stained glass, I'll use these little bottles like this. And obviously I have to dump paint inside here. So I'll dump it inside here. And if I've dumped too much, I'll go to put it back in. So pretend that I have the top off completely. Literally completely have the top off. I've just dumped fresh paint in there. So if you've ever done that before, I'm sure you guys can imagine it is all stuck up at the top of the nozzle. And I went boom, and it just exploded like a volcano and shot everywhere. It went all over me, behind me, up on the ceiling, because it was all just stuck right up at the top, as expected. But I was being an idiot. But it did make me laugh. And now it's just part of my art room. For now. It literally went everywhere. Black enamel paint. Like, bro, I'm an idiot. Like I said, it did give me a good laugh. I am off to visit a winery with my daughter tomorrow. Ooh, that's going to be fun. I've never been to a winery. Oh, no, just wine tasting. That's different. Yeah, no, I've never been to a winery. I feel like that would be so much fun. Have so much fun. Be safe. Have a good time. I love making wine. Dude, I wish. That seems hard. At least it was black paint and not a color you can't stand. Oh, if it was a color I can't stand, you already know it would have been gone. Because it's black. I'm like, ooh. Adam, do you watch Japanese horror? I don't. I think you would like the new Uzumaki. I don't know how to say that series on Adult Swim. Let me look it up so I don't forget. So at least it's in my Google. But yeah, I think I would too. Because I already kind of know the style in which it is, I guess. UCU. But yeah, no, I've never watched any of that. I've never been like a big anime person, but that's just because I've never tried. A horror manga series written and illustrated by Junji. That ran from 1998. Ooh, to 1999. Cool. Okay. One boyfriend in town they live in is haunted by a hypnotic spiral pattern. I'll watch it tonight, dude. Oh yeah. That drives the residents insane with their growing obsessions. The spiral appears in everyday objects, hair, insects, skin, and even cloud patterns. Stop. Fun. Yeah, I'll watch that tonight, dude. Hell yeah. Good suggestion. I agree. That definitely seems like something I would be into for sure. All right. We are on the last letter, you guys. We've got N left, and then I gotta go. Because I've already been on here for 2 hours with y'all. But it's been nice, though. It's only been a few of us in here at a time. It's been super chill. This is a good time. A good first chill 2025 stream. All right. We can't mess this N up. If we fuck this N up, then everything is messed up. Everything is riding on this end. It does look damn good, though, I will say that. I'm excited. This is definitely cooler than the one I saw on Amazon that I wanted. Well, no, I take that back because it gives me, like, I love that one, too. And that's why I printed out the white ones as well, because it gave me, like, American Horror Story vibes. Just, again, that specific writing. You guys know that font, the American Horror Story font? It was that, but it was on a black sweatshirt and said Nosferatu in white writing. I kind of freaking love it. But this is sick. I love the black on black. This was a good call. Have a good night. You too, Robbie. Nice group on here. Agreed. Aw, thank you. May? I'm assuming that's May, your first name. Thank you, May. I appreciate you. I've been called old, all sorts of names, but as you can tell, I don't give a shit. But yeah, there's been some young little shits in this chat tonight. So thank you. I appreciate that. It's very, very kind. Again, I wish I could see you guys, but this is why I want to go live on whatever it's called, stream, Twitch, yeah, Twitch, and have a Discord so we can like share pictures with each other and all that stuff. It'd be fun. All right, I think we are just about done, you guys. Ooh. And I'm very happy with our decision. It looks chef's kiss good. I'm going to have to grab a little small towel that's just like slightly damp so I can get rid of this chalk line. And then I can show you the final reveal before I go. Yeah, let me get a little damp towel real quick before I show you the Nosferatu sweatshirt. I want a towel, not paper towel, because that's just going to leave a mess everywhere. Oh, it's too wet. Too wet, too wet. But I don't want to have to wash this before I wear it, you know? But that chalk is good sewing chalk. It stays in place. Oh, it looks so good, you guys. I'm so happy we went with the black. Obviously. I'm sure you guys could have guessed I was going to like that decision. Sorry, I'm shaking the hell out of you guys right now. Gonna have to deal. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Oh, it looks so good. So simple, but that's exactly what I wanted. Just a hint of Nosferatu. Because that's what he is. You don't even know he's coming. He's peeking at you from a dark staircase somewhere. Love it. All right. Mission accomplished, but I tell you, if I don't get my sublimation printer like back to normal by the time the white one comes in, I'm going to be pissed. Because I'm going to be just as happy to be wearing my own face as Nosferatu on my sweatshirt. Look how good that looks, you guys. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Look how good it looks with that glitter. Sorry, there's like dust on it from that towel. But can you see just that light black rainbowy glitter? It looks so pretty. You might be able to see it better if I turn the lights down. Okay. Look at how good it looks. I love it. That was worth all 2 hours. But no, because I ate pizza too. How does it look? But again, do you see what I mean? The vision, that picture of me as Nosferatu, obviously I wouldn't have it, the words, I would have just the picture here. Like, dude, I gotta do that too. But the full white sweatshirt comes in tomorrow. Pray for me, you guys. Hopefully my sublimation printer will be working by then. But until then, I'm very happy with that. Oh gosh, okay. May, as you shouldn't, you do not look old. I don't know. Thank you, May. I agree. I feel like I don't look old, but we were talking about this then. It seems like just younger kids in general, like anyone under the age of 24, feel like 30 years and older is old, which is nuts. Christopher, hello. From Tulsa, you taught me a lot. I had brain trauma. You brought me back. Christopher, thank you. I'm sorry you had brain trauma. My mom went through so much shit. I don't know what happened to you, but my mom had what they call cavernous angioma, so she went through brain surgeries, all sorts of shit. Took her a long time, but it takes super strong people to kind of navigate through something like that. So I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad you're all right. Tom, Discord is free and easy to set going or to get going. Yes, exactly, Tom. And that we can share like pictures and all sorts of stuff like in chat there too, right? Or Discord, yes. But then I'm thinking like Twitch is where I go live, right? I feel like those are separate things. Well, yes, agreed. It looks sick. Can you actually drop the makeup routine? Dude, I don't wear any makeup, but I appreciate you. Now you're just trying to flatter me. But I do wear, I will be fully honest, I get Botox, which is running out, lip filler, and eyelash extensions. That's everything I do. But I don't wear makeup. Not anymore. I used to. And I used to love it. Like, if you guys saw my makeup collection upstairs, it's like the classic beauty guru makeup collection. But I just don't. Not anymore. Discord is decent. Agreed. Use it a lot for MMOs. Yeah, I think I gotta do something. Just somewhere where it's even easier for us to share stuff for everybody that can't join my Patreon. BW, nice, thank you. Chris, awesome, thank you. Margot, excellent, thank you. Tom, shiny, thank you. What does it say? It's backwards for me. Oh, May, it says Nosferatu. Nosferatu is one of my favorite. I like the original, obviously, the very old Nosferatu, but Christmas Day, a new Nosferatu was released, which is very, very different than the old. But yeah, I love Nosferatu. I love bald caps, so I just wanted to make a Nosferatu hoodie. But yeah, it's an old movie. Chris Harris, I knew it was the right choice. Chris, you were right. Tom, thank you for saying that. Turned out nice, thank you. El's Treasure looks great. Riley, thank you. BW, so you agreed. May shop, what does it mean? And it's centered, unlike several I've ordered through Amazon, Ricky. Yes, it is very, very centered, which I am proud of myself, but you guys saw me, I measured at 20. I'm very, very happy with it. And just something about black on black lettering, even though it's like, it's the glitter, it doesn't stick out too crazy. Like texture-wise, I'm happy with it. I think it came out very, very good. Yeah, Nosferatu, it's just a movie. Google it. It's a very, very old vampire movie. Alexa, sorry guys. When did the original Nosferatu come out? Are you listening?
According to fandom, Nosferatu first appeared in Nun.
The fuck did you just say? God, I don't, have you guys noticed this? That Alexa has like recently become more and more useless. I'll ask her stuff and she'll like, I had no idea what she was just responding to. I don't know what she thought I just said, but sorry to everybody whose things I just set off, especially for no reason, but I can't remember the year. The original one came out in 1922. Yeah, like I said, they just did another new Nosferatu that was released on Christmas Day. So that has, but I'm always obsessed with Nosferatu. I just did it for Halloween this year because I'm a weirdo. Tom, wait, you like Black and Sparkles? I do. May, LOL, original Nosferatu, yes. 1922, yes, it was. Alexa and Siri cannot understand anything I tell them. Dude, I don't know what it is. Like I said, it seems to be just really like an uptick in how bad it is recently. Like the last like month and a half where all of a sudden she just doesn't understand what I'm saying to her anymore. Which, actually, I feel like I heard people talking about this earlier. I don't know who I heard talking about this, where it was either Amazon or, I don't know, someone coming out saying that she specifically is listening, which is obvious. Like, we all know our phones and everything are listening to us. We know what cookies are. We know what all that shit is. But they came out and said that like, oh yeah, she's listening even more than we thought. Here's $20. Do you guys know anything about that? I heard somebody talking about that earlier, but I don't know anything about that. But again, to be quite frank, if she's listening in, this is what she's listening to. Have fun, girl. Your Alexa listens for sure. But yeah, it was something specific, Margot. You see, but that's how mine used to be. I ask it and yours heard me, but mine, I don't know what's going on. It's like she cannot hear me anymore. May, yes, 100%. I have plenty of nieces and nephews. You can join the team. For sure. All right, guys. Like I said, Nosferatu's done. I've been on here for 2 hours. May, come back anytime. Thank you all for joining me. Like I said, this is a cool, nice, little, very small, chill live stream today, you guys. But I'm excited. Like I said, I just wanted to come on here. Felt like forever. First live stream of 2025. I feel like 2025 is going to be good. It's going to be fucking awesome for all of us. So, fingers crossed. Love my new Nosferatu sweatshirt. I feel like I did very, very well. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you haven't seen the old one, go see that. Like I said, I watched Wicked. I don't know. I still feel weird about it. I don't watch musicals, but I watch the whole thing. So if that says anything, I don't know. Maybe go watch that too. Okay, I gotta go, guys. Bye, Scottish Tom. Agreed. Fun stream. Glad I caught it. Y'all take care. Bye, Tom. I love you. Margot, night all. Stay safe. If you're getting snow, agreed. Margot, good call. Chris, thanks. Have a good night. See you soon. Good night, everybody. Happy 2025. I'll see you soon.